This is the most brutal case of football whiplash in World Cup history. In the span of just 5 days, Sweden experienced the highest high and the lowest low in World Cup history, and the cruelest detail is that both were the exact same scoreline. Just days ago, Sweden had demolished Tunisia 5-1, catapulting them to the top of Group F with a goal difference so powerful it felt like they were destined for the knockout stages. Today they walked onto the pitch in Houston believing they could maintain that momentum. By kickoff, everyone knew the Netherlands were dangerous, but nobody expected what was about to unfold. From the opening whistle, the Netherlands didn't just attack, they executed with surgical precision, and in the 5th minute, Brobbey buried the opening goal into the bottom left corner like he'd practiced it 1,000 times. But this was only the beginning of Sweden's unraveling. Just 12 minutes later, Brobbey struck again, and suddenly the fastest World Cup brace against Sweden since 2006 wasn't a question, it was a fact. By the 47th minute, Cody Gakpo fired in a thunderbolt from the edge of the box, and the scoreline read 3-0 with barely half the match played. Sweden tried desperately to respond. Victor Gyökeres tested the keeper, Yasin Ayari fired from distance, but nothing was finding the net, and then in the 54th minute, Gakpo released a howitzer of a shot into the bottom left corner that rendered the keeper helpless. 4-0. Sweden's goal difference had begun its death spiral. Sweden managed to pull 1 goal back through Anthony Elanga in the 59th minute, but the Netherlands weren't finished. In the 89th minute, Crescencio Somerville, fresh off the bench, fired one last shot into the corner, and suddenly the impossible had happened. Sweden lost 5-1, the exact scoreline they'd won by just days earlier. The joy had transformed into devastation in a single match. As the final whistle blew, Sweden's +4 goal difference from days ago was completely obliterated to 0, and they'd plummeted from the top of the group to sitting 3rd place, their tournament now hanging by the thinnest of threads. This was the first time in World Cup history that a team won their opening game by 4 goals, and then immediately lost their next game by that exact same margin. Sweden had just written themselves into the history books, but not the way they imagined. Now they face Japan knowing that a loss sends them to a waiting room where they'll pray other groups collapse so they can sneak through as a best 3rd place team. Did Sweden choke under pressure, or did Ronald Koeman's Netherlands expose a fragile defense? Drop your take below. If you love World Cup chaos, redemption stories, and heartbreaking turnarounds, hit subscribe and don't miss the next one.